People were lying in the battlefield. A lot of people were dying. And the war chief, Guis, took his drum and walked through the battlefield and sang that song. And that song is about asking the people, why did it have to come to this? Why did it have to come to this? Why are you lying there? Why are you moaning? Why did it have to come to this? And that's what the war song is about.
That are grassroots, but we're also educated. It's where the fight really begins for us, because we don't have a boardroom table. We don't have an organization. We support chiefs and hereditary elders who are connected to the lands. They're connected to the future generations. They're connected to ancestors. The land and the ancestors yet to come speak through them. And those are the laws that we're supporting, and natural laws and indigenous laws that looks at future generations. It doesn't bypass them.
I think the scariest thing for government and industry are people with creativity, imagination, and the guts to try something different and not follow the norm. And that's how anything great's been created in history, is people not accepting status quo is good enough.
So I'd really like to focus some attention on the PTP pipeline, Pacific Trails pipeline, which is basically this sort of vanguard pipeline. It's a natural gas pipeline, and it'll be coming, I believe, from Summit. It will be Summit Lake, which is fairly close to Bear Lake. So the terminal will be at Summit, and for natural gas, and the terminal for the oil, the bitumen, will be at Bear Lake.
First, everybody was excited the pipeline was going to go through. It's going to increase our tax revenue to the community, and now more and more people are starting to realize it's not really going to make that much difference. Is the trade-off worth the tax benefit we're going to have today? And a lot of people are starting to say, no, it isn't.
We represent a group of grassroots people that are from the Uni'sot'son Nation. The Pacific Trails pipeline is the beginning of an energy corridor. The Enbridge pipeline is a very trendy thing for people to be talking about. You look all over Facebook, you look after all the other social media sites, you look at all of those, everybody's talking about the Enbridge pipeline. But nobody's talking about the Pacific Trails pipeline. And that's really, really bothersome to us, because they snuck right under the radar. And if we let them come in, the other pipelines are going to have an easier way of getting their permits in and forcing their way through our lands, and we can't let that happen. We won't let that happen. They've already submitted their plans for the pipelines and the routes, and they all follow the exact same route through our lands. The route that they want to take goes from the coastal mountain range through some huge, very unstable mountain ranges that are extremely steep, that have tons of landslides in them. Rock slides and landslides and avalanches. It's a really dangerous place.
Site C is part of the Pacific Gateway. Site C Dam is looking to power not only the pumping station and compression stations for these pipelines, but also looking to power the hydrofracturing projects in Fernie and in Horn River Basin. And so these pipelines, the volumes that they're representing, actually represents a massive increase in climate change as well. So what we're faced with is a rapid amount of change.